Hi everyone, this is Vince with Listings to Leads, and I'm going to do a quick tutorial here on how to set up your IVR for both buyers and seller leads. Okay, so let's kind of hop over here into the account. If you're not aware, you can actually click here on Text IVR and sign up for this service. And when you go here, I've already signed up, so you'll see this. And this part shows us how to manage the IVR, the text number and 800 number for our listings, for any listings that we're marketing. There's also a section where you can have these numbers associated to property valuation landing pages. So the first thing I want you to understand is there are two different kind of destinations for that. Okay, so here again, text IVR. When I click up here on the top, it brings me to this page. You can either sign up if you're not signed up, or it starts to look like this if you are. Now notice I have a listing here and it's showing me my extension. So the first thing I want to point out is what is the destination and how this works. So first of all, that number is a unique code for that listing. Now if you dial this number up here, 888-881-6801, and you punch in this code down here, this extension, this is going to start the automated voice response system that will give the consumer some more information and get you a lead with a phone number. Okay. Now, if you want them to short code something, well, then you want, if you send text and you're familiar with this, the destination of the text is 25678. Okay, so you send this unique code to this number, and then it pings you back, and then it starts to go back and forth and get information for the consumer. Okay, so there's another place to see this extension here, and you can see that in the listing section. And when you go here and you click on edit, there the extension is, and you can also unassign this and change it. And the reason you might want to do that, and I'm going to show you in a second here how to create codes. Let's say you've signed up for the first time, and you're signed up as an agent, right? And if you signed up as an agent, you can actually pay for it individually for $10 a month for 10 listings, for 10 unique codes. If you're in an office plan, this is usually unlimited, right? We set that up at the office level and you get as many codes as you need. But either way, you're brand new to the system, you might actually want to print out a couple of sign writers, right? And you want to have your codes ready up front. So you might, when a new listing comes in the system, it's going to automatically get a new listing, and you might want to unassign or reassign another number to the particular listing because you've got some old sign writers printed up. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So as a new client, you would want to go to the text IVR and set those numbers up in advance. Before I do that, I just want to show you a couple of places. We do have a template to show that number in the that unique code in a Craigslist template. We also put them on the listing landing page here, which is a good place to, if you're going to run an ad, maybe on Facebook, you can copy this, run an ad, and just take these codes and say, hey, text here, text this number to this number to get automated information. So that's a good way of capturing leads. Those kinds of text leads are, I think, preferable because phone numbers are associated with it, and it's a little bit more of a warmer lead. So let's get back to that thing of, I'm brand new to this and I want to print some sign writers so that I'm ready to go when next month I get a listing and I sell a listing this week and I'm going to reuse that number. Go up here to the text IVR tab on top, and there's a green button that says add and manage extensions. And I've got two already, right? I've got this 48511, 48509. And just as a reminder, the system, when you get a new listing, it'll automatically generate a code and give you a new one. So you may want to unassign and reassign. But in this case, let's just say we want 5 extensions, okay? And I don't have 5 listings. I might have 1 listing or I might have none. But I'm just going to click this generate extension right here, this green button, and it'll say, hey, here's the number, and you just click save. Say great. So now as I do that, I've got an extra number here, right? I'm going to click one more time, generate extension. Okay, and I'm going to save that number. And I'm going to generate extension one more time because I want 5, right? You can make that decision based on your business. You may only carry maximum 2 or 3 listings at a time, right? But for me, I want to have 5. I want all these numbers ready so that I can go get the signs printed off, and then I can just sort of rotate them out on in front of the houses, as needed. So we've done that in the text IVR area. These codes, I'm going to go back here to the home page. These codes work with these numbers, right? Dial that number, use those codes. Now you don't see the 5 codes here because I've only got 1 listing. If you want to see them all again, just click add and manage extensions again, right? And you'll see them all again, okay? And just, I'm a little bit repetitive here, but those numbers from that page are associated to these listings here, okay? Now, I'm going to click on the landing page tab up here. And landing pages, if you're not familiar, are, things like property valuation, growing family, empty nester, stuff like that. So the ones that have the word plus in them have an automated Zestimate comes in the end. And we can get that to a consumer very quickly, right? And you can do it by filling out the form, or you can also do it by using a text number. So let's click here. And let's see if I actually have a unique extension right here for my Greenville one. So I'm going to click See Landing Page. And you can see my Greenville landing page. And you can also see down here at the bottom, this is for property valuation, that I've got a slightly different number. Text this number to this to receive your custom valuation, right? And that's gonna, so that's kind of how that works. Those get embedded in there. But now, you see here there's a button that says add and manage IVR extensions. Now you may not need to do this because you're not really putting these extensions on sign writers, right? But you can generate a new extension, right? If I generate, and I'm just gonna click it here, and here's my new extension, save it, and it's unassigned. So, here I've got my landing page for Greenville. I might want to go back to Property Valuation Plus and create a new landing page. Click here, and I can create one for Wilmington. Okay, and I'm going to click this button to assign an IVR extension. So I really didn't need to pre-do it. It'll actually assign it right there. So if I save this, let's just save that for Wilmington. This is right next to Greenville. I click it, it's already generated the number. Okay, so you text this number to this number, and that's how you use that. So I don't think you really need to generate more extensions, but you might need to. You might have another. You might have a landing page and you don't have an extension. You generate it there. So the last thing to think about that. Well, one more thing. Should you be running ads? I know a lot of people do extensions and things like this, and they do it in print campaigns. And print campaigns are kind of obvious. Text this number to that number, or dial this number and hit this code, kind of thing. If you're gonna do an ad in Facebook, which is what a lot of our clients are doing today, they'll put this page up there and customize and do all kinds of things like that. If you're gonna do that, make sure in the body of the text of the ad that you physically write yourself, that you give the consumer the option to do that without even clicking on the page, right? You can write a message, say, hey, this home sold in less than 7 days. Click here to get your home value, or text this number to this number right in front so that they don't have to click anywhere. They can just sort of act right from the ad. Okay, so that's a good way to use that. And lastly, the question will come up about sign writers. I've got my 5 codes here, right? I'm going to click back on text IVR. I'll click on add and manage extensions. I've got my 5 codes. I want to print them for this year. How do I do that? Go right up here to tutorials FAQ and type in the word in this search, writer. Okay? and you will see that we put something out here on, it's just very recent. And what it is saying is you can order them from any sign writer company. This is an example of what a lot of our clients are using. You can certainly do your own design, but you can also click this link right here, Dirt Sheet Designs, and there we've spoken to them and they have some layouts already prepared, and you can order them directly from this company, and there you go. So that's kind of it there. If you have any other questions regarding text IVR, of course you can use contact support, and we got 3 people watching this, so just use this box right here in the center, and that should sort of help you out, okay?